So I don't. They may have killed the Ayatollah. I mean, they hit about the first strike hit probably they're saying 300 targets. They're not saying, but they said hundreds of strikes per 3 cities, dozens more in small towns. Some of them big bunker busters. So I think there's a good chance. They hit the Mullah's main conference palace, and obviously their war council was probably meeting there, or at least their adjuncts. So they're off in a bunker somewhere, or they're off, hiding in a village. And then they're still telling the guy under them what's going on, which is even more important. So it's like a huge assessment, which you can't do to layer with all the intel. But I mean, I think they probably decapitated a third of their leadership yesterday or today. And they're continuing to kill them. And they've got all their stuff tapped. So if the regime falls in the next 48 hours, then it just goes away and there's not a problem. I tend to think they're going to hang on, even if they've cut the heads off, because the way they work, it's all compartmentalized. They just keep going. And it could take months and months for it to fall. It's really up to the Iranian people at this point. But then, coordinating that's just insane. And if they blow up an aircraft carrier, then it escalates even more. We know that the mullahs could go crazy and say, launch the nerve gas. We know they've got it on ICBMs or on these medium range and short range ballistic missiles. I mean, it's just they can activate sleeper cells. They can hit London.
Yeah.
With these, they can hit Moscow. I'm not saying hit Moscow, but they can hit, and who knows what all this tension does in Pakistan and India threatening to nuke each other, and China, and what's China going to do on Taiwan. But this tends to make China not go to Taiwan. This tends to make North Korea watch out.
Yeah.
So I get the calculus with Trump. I don't agree with it, but I understand his thinking.
Yeah.
That what you do as a war planner and an analyst is you get in the minds of the people. Your enemies and your leaders to try to figure it out. Because when you talk to them or through the air in person, you can say, I know this is your thinking and this is why and they're like, yeah, how do you know that? Well, I've studied all the policies and I know what you were briefed on because I already know the war doctrine. So it's a huge question. It's the big question. And I think this is now chaos. This is a major roll of the dice. And I guarantee the Pentagon has different scenarios of what they want, and that's a quick fall. And Trump's like, get in there now, do it, overthrow, do this now. And then again, him doing that is us totally committed down to regime change. And so do the Iranians escalate? Do they hit the aircraft carriers with ballistic missiles in the Med and in the Arabian Sea, and the Gulf and all that with their Exocets or whatever they are, the Chinese equivalent copy of a French Exocet. So, I mean, it's people. This is not normal wars. Iraq, Afghanistan. It's hard for the guys on the ground, but low level kinetic boots on the ground. This is big war.